When you're dealing with depression, getting out of bed can feel impossible. You don't want to be disturbed. You want to disappear. But the first step to overcoming depression requires you to rise, to re-engage with life. When you're feeling low and hopeless, the worst thing you can do is isolate yourself. Total isolation only deepens the sadness. Instead, find something that can shift your energy, a distraction, a purpose, a connection. In early adulthood, signs of depression began to appear. Years of battling anxiety, fear, and hopelessness followed. Even minor setbacks would trigger harsh self-criticism. There was a lingering belief that hard times were too much to handle. Depression has the power to transform even the most joyful, social people into someone withdrawn, overwhelmed, and quietly suffering. No amount of success or education could shield anyone from the darkness that sometimes settles in. There were moments so heavy, even loved ones had no idea what was really happening. This wasn't a passing sadness, it was depression in its full weight. The loss of interest in things once loved, the belief that those closest would be better off without you, the feeling of being broken beyond repair. These thoughts took root. There was shame. There was silence. There was pain that seemed inescapable. Pretending to be happy became routine, so much so that no one would have believed there was a battle happening behind the smile. But now, from the other side, there's gratitude. Gratitude for the strength to keep going. Gratitude for the life that wasn't lost. So if you're in that place now, know that brighter days are coming. Back then, it felt like no one else understood. It was a lonely fight. But depression is more common than most realize. At least 1 in 10 people experience it at some point. Check on those around you. Often the ones who seem the strongest are the ones hurting in silence. That friend who always smiles might be fighting battles no one can see. The first step to healing is acknowledging something must change. You can't fix what you won't face. Hiding behind a mask won't make the pain disappear. You can fool the world, but you can't fool the person in the mirror. Opening up is hard. Saying "I'm struggling" feels terrifying. But the healing begins the moment you speak the truth. Suppressing old wounds and carrying childhood pain can turn into bitterness and rage, and holding on to that slowly steals your peace. Let it go. Let all of it go. That anger you carry doesn't protect you. It robs you of joy, so release it. Free yourself from the emotional chaos that disturbs your calm. After emerging from depression, there was a vow to seek real happiness. Not the kind tied to situations, but the kind chosen from within. Now there's an awareness. When low moments creep in, when a pause is needed, when it's time to lean on a support system. Don't give in to thoughts that say, nothing will ever change. You deserve joy. You deserve a better tomorrow. When depression sets in, you won't feel like doing anything. But that's when it's most important to act. Find something to lift your spirit. Play uplifting music. Watch something inspiring. Take a walk. Call someone who makes you laugh. The key is doing the opposite of what depression wants you to do. You must get up. You must reach out, especially when it feels hardest. You must stop the downward spiral, because despair will drain your energy. Much of anxiety is rooted in the past, or in fear that pain will return. When anxiety rises, shift your thoughts from "why me" to "this moment won't define me." Even when it feels natural to spiral, you must challenge those thoughts, because your thoughts are not your identity. They are impressions, not facts. So examine them, interrupt them, stop them before they control you. Overcoming depression and choosing happiness takes effort, but it's not impossible. Yes, mistakes happen, but making one doesn't make you a failure. This process takes time. For most people, happiness must be pursued. Are you willing to fight for your peace? Are you willing to fight for your joy? Because you can get there. Even if you're not where you want to be, you're still here. You're still standing, and you still have time to carve a new path forward. Thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you again soon.